Hi everyone. I wanted to kind of give you an update as to what's been going on with my RV-10 project. Sorry it's been so long since I've given an update. I stopped working on it about a year ago because Vans had a problem with laser cut parts on the kits they were shipping, and mine unfortunately included a ton of them. In fact, almost all the parts that could be laser cut were in fact laser cut in my kit. This included critical parts of certain structures, including the spars on the vertical stabilizer and the rudder. Once I found out about it, and Vans did recommended stop work, I stopped all work on the kit pending further testing as well as a solution to the problem. And then Vans declared bankruptcy under Chapter 11, which I think sounds like they're going to be able to come out of it okay, but unfortunately they did jack up the prices like 30+% on all their kits. But regardless, they did make good on their on fixing the laser cut parts issue. So what I did was I had to basically reorder all the parts for the vertical stabilizer and the rudder. I could have started working a few weeks ago on the horizontal stabilizer because they didn't have very many laser cut parts, and the parts that are laser cut on the horizontal stabilizer are not critical parts. They don't really have a lot of load. So what I'm going to do is, starting tomorrow, I think, or Sunday as the case may be, is I'm going to go ahead and pre-coat and prime the initial parts for the horizontal stabilizer and rivet those together, and then I'm going to try to finish up more work on the horizontal stabilizer. Vans did just ship the replacement parts that were laser cut today, so I should probably get that within the next week or so. Once I get those parts, I'll shift back over to rebuilding the vertical stabilizer as well as the rudder, and so I basically have to start over from scratch again, which is okay. I mean, I'm a little upset about it, but it is what it is. I could always use more practice anyway, I suppose, even though I did do pretty well on my own the first time. I mean, I can still do better, I suppose, and there's nothing wrong with a little extra practice, and I'd rather make sure that everything is safe, because this thing's eventually going to fly me and my family. Safety is key, and I don't like taking chances, with critical components. So I will be restarting videos once I am done priming the horizontal stabilizer parts, the initial parts that have to be done. That way you guys can see me assembling the horizontal stabilizer, and then once I get the other stuff and get back to that, I'll show you. I'll redo the videos for the vertical stabilizer. Maybe I'll be able to cut down on some of the uncertainty now that I know what I'm doing. Because before, when I recorded, I was doing something for the first time. Now I get to do it for the second time. So hopefully I'll be able to streamline the process a little bit, as well as maybe do a little bit better the second time around. But if you've been waiting for an update, this is your update. I don't know how often I'm going to be able to update this channel, because one thing I did find out is, yeah, I might take 2 or 3 hours in a session working on a video, just working through a build session, but then it takes me anywhere between 4 to 8 hours to edit it down into a piece of video that people actually want to watch. Because if I don't speed it up, if I don't do voiceovers, it's going to get real boring just watching me work every single second, cussing at myself and making comments about, dang, I wish I had done this way, I should have done this, and things that can get really annoying. Listening to somebody talk to themselves makes you think they're probably crazy. In reality, it's just the way I approach things and kind of work things out in my head. So, but I don't like to show it because it just looks weird. So, these videos would be hours long, which nobody's going to want to watch. So I always have to edit them heavily. What I do is I compress them into like 16 or 20 times speed, and then I'll slow down at intervals to show like important things things that I think that people need to see what's going on, and things that I think could be problematic if they're not done right. Maybe to stop to point out a mistake I made, so that other people don't make that same mistake, things like that. But the problem is that, like I said, it takes anywhere between 4 to 8 hours to edit each one of these videos, and that's a lot when I'm spending 55, 60 hours a week working. I do want to continue this channel, and I intend to do so, but don't necessarily assume that I'm going to have very constant updates. Even if I am working on things a lot, you may not see an update for a while. That doesn't mean I'm not getting any work done with it. It just means that I haven't had time to go through and do all the video editing. So, and unfortunately, this week hasn't been a very good week. I lost my father in a tragic accident a couple of weeks ago, and today was his memorial service. So, I've been a little bit down and haven't really been all that motivated. But then seeing the shipment from bands today, that my order got shipped, kind of rekindled that fire within me, the fire that had been kind of missing for the last couple weeks. It's like I said, I could have worked on the horizontal stabilizer. I just wasn't really feeling it, and it's I'm a little sad, but life has to go on. So anyway, if you're watching, I'm glad to see you guys here, and I look forward to interacting with you going forward. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and I'll try to answer you. If you want to see more videos, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. I'm not monetizing any of this stuff, nor do I really intend to anytime in the near future. I don't see myself ever doing it, frankly. It's too much work, and I'm not making my living doing this. So I do this because I enjoy it, and because I want to share this with people. This is a special project to me. I had hoped I'd be able to take my dad up in this plane, when I finished it, as well as, my wife and my kids. Unfortunately that's not going to happen now, but, I'm sure that, my dad would still be proud of what I'm doing, because he always liked to see me working with my hands when I could. I wasn't really good with it for the longest time, but then I just kind of got good with it. So even though he's not here in person anymore, he's still here in spirit, and I know that he would want me to keep working on this and do it right. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking around, and I will see you guys in some videos coming up. I will leave the old videos on here so you guys can still see them, but they will be being superseded by newer videos of the same thing. Feel free to watch both if you want to see how I've changed things up or how I streamline things. Maybe you'll get something out of that. If you ever decide you want to meet me and see my project sometime, feel free to stop by our chapter meetings at the EAA Chapter 113 at Canton Medetol Airport in Canton, Michigan. Feel free to chat with me, and we can talk, and maybe I can show you, bring in parts to show you, or if you want to help me drive some rivets, I'll never complain about that. So you guys take care, and I will see you around here.